In the realm where gods walked among mortals, where beauty rivaled the stars, and love ignited war, there lived a young man whose name would echo through myth and memory. This is the story of Adonis, the mortal whose beauty entranced the heavens, and whose fate changed the seasons themselves. Adonis was no ordinary youth. Born of a tragic union and raised in the wild, he was a hunter of exceptional skill, but it was his beauty that made him legendary. With golden hair that caught the sun and eyes deeper than the ocean, the woodland nymphs whispered about him as he passed. Even the flowers seemed to bloom in his presence. But fate was already watching. The birth of a divine obsession. One day, as Adonis wandered through the forest in search of prey, he caught the eye of someone far more powerful than any nymph. Aphrodite, the goddess of beauty and love, was in the woods, laughing and playing with her mischievous son, Eros. But her laughter stopped the moment she saw the young hunter. She was stunned, captivated. His presence was so radiant, so godlike, that even she, the embodiment of beauty, was left breathless. As she admired him aloud, Eros, ever jealous of anyone who might steal his mother's attention, grew bitter. In his frustration, he continued sharpening his golden arrows. But as Aphrodite embraced him to calm his anger, she pricked her finger on one of those enchanted tips. And in that moment, Aphrodite herself fell madly, irreversibly in love with Adonis. Day after day, the goddess watched him from afar. She could no longer resist. One spring morning, she approached him, radiant, graceful, irresistible. Adonis, awestruck, recognized her immediately. "You must be Aphrodite," he whispered. She smiled. "And you, mortal or not, might just be the most beautiful being I've ever seen." From that moment, their love blossomed. They walked the woods hand in hand, stole kisses by moonlight, and spoke of dreams and devotion. It was a love so intense, the earth itself seemed to sigh beneath their feet. But not all gods were pleased. Envy in the shadows. In the underworld, another goddess stirred. Persephone, queen of the dead, who ruled the realm of shadows, happened upon the couple during one of her rare visits to the surface. She was enchanted. But before she could look away, Eros, still up to his tricks, loosed an arrow, and struck her with desire. Now, Persephone too was in love with Adonis. Elsewhere, danger brewed. Ares, the god of war, and Aphrodite's former lover, watched from the shadows. His jealousy was fierce. Adonis had stolen not just Aphrodite's heart, but her attention, and that Ares could not forgive. He plotted vengeance. He waited. Adonis, ever the daring hunter, once again roamed the woods. Though Aphrodite begged him not to take risks, he laughed it off. "I've hunted all my life," he said. "No beast can best me." But on this day, a mighty boar awaited him. Driven into madness by Ares himself, the beast was more monster than animal. Adonis speared it, but not fatally. In its final fury, the creature charged. Its tusks gored him. His cries echoed through the forest. Aphrodite, sensing the danger, rushed to his side, but it was too late. He died in her arms, his blood staining the earth. From that blood, red flowers sprang forth, the first anemones, and they were named for him, Adonis. Between life and death. But even death would not free him from the grip of goddesses. As Aphrodite wept, Hermes, the messenger of the gods, arrived to carry Adonis's soul to the underworld. There, Persephone waited, not with pity, but with longing. She welcomed him with honors, treating him not as a spirit, but as royalty. Adonis was confused, overwhelmed, but helpless against the queen's advances. Each night, she visited him. And slowly, reluctantly, he gave in. Back on the surface, Aphrodite's grief turned to resolve. She descended into Hades' realm and demanded her lover's return. But Hades was unmoved. "He is one of us now," he said coldly. Furious, Aphrodite made a vow. If Adonis did not return, love would die on earth. Passion would fade. Marriages would crumble. Bitterness would reign. And it did. Even mighty Zeus and Hera found themselves constantly at odds. Zeus, disturbed by the chaos, called a meeting. He proposed a compromise. Adonis would divide his time, 1/3 of the year with Persephone, 1/3 with Aphrodite, and 1/3 free to choose his own path. The turning of the seasons. Persephone agreed. Surprisingly, even gladly. But Hades was puzzled. Why would she let Adonis go so easily? What he failed to realize was this. During summer, Persephone herself returned to the surface to visit her mother, Demeter. And during those months, she and Adonis could still be together, free from the watchful eye of the underworld king. So the cycle began. In spring, Adonis would rise to the arms of Aphrodite, and the world would bloom in beauty and joy. In summer, he would steal away with Persephone, and the heat of their passion would linger in the air. And in autumn, he would descend once more into the shadows, as the earth grew cold and barren. Their love triangle shaped the very seasons. And to this day, it's said that when winter overstays its welcome, or summer scorches longer than expected, it's because Aphrodite and Persephone are still quarreling over Adonis. Adonis was no god. He bled, he loved, he died. But his beauty, his passion, and the chaos he stirred among immortals made him immortal in story. From the forests of the earth to the deepest realms below, his tale reminds us that beauty is power, love is war, and even the gods can be ruled by desire. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for more fascinating, exciting content. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.